The power of having unlimited vision. Hey, it's Lynnie Wennerstrom, and I am here to help you find your purpose on this channel. That's what I do. And one of the tools I use for you every single day, and we're coming to the end of the days because it's coming to the end of the year, is I use Dr. Shad Helmstetter's book, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk, for finding your purpose. And this passage is for December 22nd, day 357. 9 days left in the year, and we are 97.54% complete with the year for December 22nd. So here is your passage. I have vision. I see life beyond the moment, beyond the day, and into a future of endless possibilities. Because every day I practice having unlimited vision in anything I think or do, I am literally creating an unlimited future in front of me. You are, with your vision, you are literally creating your future. Every single time you have a vision, especially if you write it down and say, this is what I want, and these are the obstacles that are stopping me from getting there, or you say, this is why I haven't done it yet, and you write that down in the obstacles, if you will, and that right underneath, you write your goal and you date it, and then you put your obstacles or why it hasn't already been done, and then you take your action steps for the things that have been stopping you from getting it done, or what's needed or wanted. So that's what you're looking for in that. You're writing down the goal, you're dating it, then you have the obstacles, just call it obstacles, and then you write down your action steps to overcome each of those obstacles that you have written down or why it hasn't been done before, and you date those so that you know this is your target date of when you'd like to have that goal achieved by. So this is that vision is the start, and it is so amazing that we have the ability to move energy from the invisible, whoop, whoop, and into the visible. We create it. We create our material world. We create our reality with our thoughts and our heart. What are we attracting to that magnetic heart that is pulling, and the brain are just bringing the opportunities so we can see them, and our brain is out. We're thinking positive thoughts. It's not positive thinking. This is positive self-talk. This is, you are telling yourself you are worthy, you are able, you can see the vision, you're going to go after it, and you're going to be determined, and you're going to make sure that it happens. That is positive self-talk. Very big difference than just thinking positively. This is not Pollyanna. This is literally rewiring your brain. Neuroplasticity is what we talk about all the time here. Rewiring your brain. And what is neuroplasticity? That your brain has the ability to rewire itself, create new neural pathways that are positive, ones that serve you, rather than the ones that tell you, of the 77% in your conscious brain and 90 to 95% in your subconscious mind, that you're unworthy, you're not able to. It tells you what you can't do, and what can't happen, what can't be done. And this end tells you you're not worthy. These are all programs. Remember our collective sigh of relief? That's just a program. That's just a program. The shame, the embarrassment, the guilt, the programs. They're all that you're shy, that you always losing stuff, that you have bad luck, that you are not good enough, that you'll never be good enough, that other people have a better chance at things. None of that is true. You were born with unlimited promise and potential, and that promise and potential, that unlimited potential, is still within you. It is still within you. And if you can find your purpose, if you can literally know why you are here, that overarching reason why you are here on planet Earth, and you can guide yourself in your boat, you know the direction you're headed. You may not know exactly where you're going, but you know the direction you're headed. Gives you meaning, creates value in your life. And so that having that purpose, it just gives us, it is a life affirming, it is a gift that we have, that unlimited potential, and having that, finding the purpose so that we can build everything around that, is so powerful. It is so powerful, and it is such a gift. And if only every single one of us knew that we possess that, and that we are the ones creating our own reality by our thinking and our feeling and how we are moving the energy, and truly that our thoughts, when we have a negative thought, even if it's about ourselves, we are doing it not just to ourselves, but we're putting it out in that field. And so that goes into this collective consciousness, which creates more of the same. And the more of us that are doing that, which there are a lot of us, if 77%, what the neuroscientists have measured, about 77%, and possibly more of our conscious thinking, our self-talk that says we're not worthy, we're not good enough, we never have good luck, somebody else always wins, or we're a victim to a person or a situation or a circumstance or something. When we are putting those thoughts out, we are putting that into the collective consciousness, and it just gets stronger and stronger. So this is the power of prayer. It's the same thing when you are praying for someone, and this has been measured over and over and over, that when you pray, that when a group of people come together and they're praying for one person or for us, just whatever it is that they decide to put their focus on, they literally change that life. Like, they are absolutely able to change to a positive change, the healing, whatever it is, stopping crime, lowering crime by an immense amount. I mean, there's so many studies on that. It's just, and that's the collective, because we're one. So the more we're individual expressions of the one. So the more of the individual expressions that come together, the more power we have, positive or negative. It could be either one. If we're constantly thinking that we're not good enough, we'll never have enough, other people have it more, it's easier for other people, and if we have those thoughts and we're not worthy and all of that, that's what we're transmitting out into the field and creating in that unified field. And that's a negative. That's where that will land. And then if you're not feeling up to, if you're feeling negative and not feeling good about yourself and all of that, those are the kinds of things that you're vibrating at that frequency. And so you're going to encounter those kinds of things. And it's so, when you get it, it's just so powerful. And this is why it's not about thinking positively and like, oh, I'll make a positive situation out of it, or everything will be okay. Or these very, very, like this one, precise, specific directions to the brain, because it's neuroplasticity. You are rewiring your brain every single time. It's repeat, repeat, repeat. Remember, neuroplasticity, the way to rewire your brain is with, well, it can be negative or positive messages, but you get to choose. So the news, if you watch the news every single day, what are you wiring into your brain? What is being wired into your children's brains if you have the news on every single night? You come home, turn on the news. Everyone in the house is getting programmed with that negative message, whatever negative message is, and fear, lack, separation, the things that go along with it, like those people are bad and we're good, and separation. So that is for, this is the specific. Just listen how specific it is. It's directions to the brain. I have vision. I see life beyond the moment, beyond the day, and into a future of endless possibilities. Because every day I practice having unlimited vision in anything I think or do. I am literally creating an unlimited future in front of me. I am literally creating an unlimited future in front of me. We're going to spin that around, have your higher self or you speak to you in the second person, the way that we learned growing up. We had our parents and teachers. They're all talking to us in the second person. You have a vision. You see life beyond the moment, beyond the day, and into a future of endless possibilities. Because every day you practice having unlimited vision in anything you think or do, you are literally creating an unlimited future in front of you, in front of yourself. You are creating you are creating the blueprint by just having that unlimited vision, seeing beyond, being into the unknown, into the just space, which is 99.99999%, or I think it's 4 nines. Then I think it's 0.0 0.001%. That is the particle in the wave. So that's the 0.0001% is the particle. I think I was saying 0.999, but anyway, the point is it's very little. Everything you can touch and see, even yourself, like you are spirit. Every single time you breathe, that is a gift from universe, God, higher power. It is a breath, and it is a spiritual practice to breathe. If you did not have breath, then you would not be on planet Earth. And I watched that happen to my husband, Steve, on November 8th, and he took his very last breath, and he was no longer part of planet Earth. And it is a very powerful thing to see just how powerful breathing is. And we take it for granted, and it is just so powerful. And we can do so much. Not only can we physically, by doing breathing practices, can we expand our lungs, because our lungs shrink the older we get if we're not exercising and growing them. I mean, if you don't use it, you lose it. And that is just that's just what happens on planet Earth. So if you're not using things, whatever your gifts, you're using your lungs to capacity, building your muscles, strengthening your body, strengthening your eyes, eating, quality foods, and drinking quality like water or whatever else, you start losing, you'll start atrophying if you're not eating, you'll start, like, all kinds of things happen. If you don't use it, you lose it. And that's just a law on planet Earth. That's just what happens. So start thinking about your breath as also breathing is a spiritual practice. Pretty much everything is a spiritual practice. I really love saying that goal setting is a spiritual practice, because literally you are seeing something, you have an idea or concept, and then you write it down, and then you make it happen, you achieve it. And for here we are coming into another new year, and for so many, and I used to do this, I didn't even write them down. It was like, okay, I'm going to start going to the gym. And I did because that was really important to me. I've always been I'm very physical, but most people by February, they're done with a gym. But other things I was going to do, like meal planning and organizing the house, decluttering, I do a little bit, but then all of a sudden there's the clutter, there's this. And it's like, if I would have just started on the first, like I said I was going to, how much further would I be ahead in my life? And how many of us look back like that? It's like, first of all, spiritually, we're exactly where we need to be. Yet on planet Earth, if we want to take action, if we want to make something happen, planet Earth is a planet of action. You have to take action. And by not taking action, like me, not organizing myself or not decluttering for however many years, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to start meal planning, it's just, it doesn't happen. And by not taking action, that's an action. That's a choice. And we are unlimited in our choices, absolutely unlimited. And all those little choices, I always talk about, staying in bed. Oh, I have to let Happy Beans, Feather, she wants to go inside. ¿Quieren ir adentro? Oh, look at puppies. I think they're cold. Okay. Good puppies. Good puppies. Okay. I think they were cold. So, and I'm a little chilly because it was so nice. The sun was shining and everything. And I got a little blanket, put my feet in it because it was so beautiful. With the sun was shining, it's still beautiful. How could it not be? Oh, Feather came back out. Okay. So, but that is an action. So planet Earth is a planet of taking action. And whether you decide to, and I always say staying in bed, in the mornings rather than getting up, or deciding not to meditate, rather meditating. And none of these it's just the things that you think about, like if you want to improve your life, and taking action, looking at your goals every single morning, every single night before you go to sleep, so that you know exactly where you're going, possibly making a list of all the things that you want to get done the next day, so you kind of have an idea of your kind of, you have an idea of what you want to do the next day, what's important to you. And having that next to the bed, one, it's off your head. It's out of your, it's not this mind clutter anymore. And it's just there, and you know, oh, okay, now you can sleep peacefully. So anyway, that's the story. Getting to bed earlier, scrolling for many hours. Yeah, so it's, and you could decide not to do those things. You could decide to take control of your life. You could decide to start doing the self-talk language. It's always in the description. If you haven't started, I would highly, highly recommend that you get that you download Dr. Shad Helmstedter's app for positive self-talk, because it is life-changing. And hopefully you've seen me. I definitely have shown you how to excel in times of change in Amarillo and here, and with Steve, my hubby, with his moving past the veil, moving across the veil, transcending, and all of that. Um, you know, we can choose to just crumple and not do anything. We could choose that. And then we could choose, the birds they were just having a little fight. If I'm looking over there, it's just because they had a little scuffle on the thing. You can't see them now because they ran, but they were just on there. Anyway, it's a choice. It's all a choice, and it's all a bunch of little choices. Every single choice you make adds up. There is energy that you are creating by your thoughts, by your actions, and all of that. So hopefully, if you've been with me this year, and maybe even last year, but if you've been along for this ride, hopefully you have way more confidence that you are able to change your this negative thinking that stops you or holds you back, slows you down, holds you hostage, is counterproductive, can even be harmful, and it's just not, it's not productive. And you can change your self-talk. You can literally change from the negative to the positive programming, and you get to choose. So, and those programs are self-esteem, really growing to where you have a healthy self-esteem, giving that to your children from 0 to 7, having them have a healthy self-esteem, like right out of the box. Can you imagine if we all would have had a healthy self-esteem rather than being told what we could do, what we couldn't do, and what couldn't be done? That was relayed to us right away. And some of us got really good programs that you can do anything. But then we got like we come up against things, and then, well, I guess you can't, or well, that's not doable for somebody like you. You're too short, or you don't have enough money, so you can't do this, or you're not fast enough, or who knows what, you don't have a musical bone in your body, so don't even try to play an instrument, or who knows how many children were stopped. You can't dance. You don't have whatever the ability to, you don't have any, what is the style or grace or whatever that you can't dance. You don't have the beat or whatever. How many of us were told, and how many, I know lots of us escape into books and other things, and we find our adventures in books. And yet there, and these books, most of them, the ones that I read, were like, I loved Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys. Actually, I just liked the Hardy Boys after I finished all of Nancy Drew's. I was like, I really didn't want to watch, but then they turned out to be really good too. But, but anyway, all of those, they're just like, they could just get stuff done. And it was like, wow, I can do that. And then sometimes it's like, well, I could never do that, because your self-esteem, as you're growing, you're told what you can and can't do. And I'm going to tell you right now, you can do absolutely anything. Whatever you can see, whatever you can envision, you can do it, because it wouldn't be gifted to you by you to be able to do it. If it's, what about the light bulb? What about like all the different inventions? Oh, people can't fly, only birds can fly. And now there are planes everywhere taking people. Lots of people are flying without using their arms. So it's, if you can imagine it, You can create it, and not every single thing has ever been created already. There is all possibilities exist in that 99.9999% of space. That all possibilities exist there. All potentials exist. And if you can tap into that, and you can, because you are that, you are part of that space. You are part of the one. You're an individual expression of the one. It's just a matter of degree. You can totally tap into that. No one is better than you. There's a medium or a psychic or somebody, no one is better than you. We are all equal, and we all have that exact same promise and potential, unlimited, that we were born with. So remember that. Remember that. And no matter how you're feeling, listen to the self-talk. That will lift you. It got me through the most difficult and trying and challenging of times during this whole thing, and it still gets me. And and it's not the end all. My spirituality, the things that I teach, the tools, that gets me, that helps me as well. But I did have a couple of days, like just Saturday and Sunday, I was like, I just, I felt so, the grief was so intense. And then Lynette, my daughter, she showed me what's happening in my astrological chart, and it turns out the moon was going through something, but it was touching my planets. And so that's, your emotions. But man, it just hit me so hard. And so I think I did a video on Saturday, and this is Sunday, right? Today is the 22nd. But this is actually Monday, but this is for the 22nd. So I just want you to understand that you're human, and you're going to go through we are here for the experience, and we chose to come here for the experience, expanding consciousness, and we are here to learn to love ourselves. We are here to unlearn separation and create unity, because we are all one. And that's unlearning what we're taught from the very beginning of competition, and you got to be better than someone else, and you've got to, undercut them and do whatever it takes, whatever your programs, whatever you were taught. This all needs to be unlearned so that you can, and the easy way is to listen to self-talk, to just get the brain through the neuroplasticity, get you to where you're thinking positive and can actually take in a lot of the spiritual stuff. And I've shared this with you before. That is exactly why I moved into the neuroplasticity as what I teach is the spiritual journey. And then on the other side is the human experience, which really is not on the other side. It's all one. We are both the spirit and the human all at the same time. So, the thing is, because we're here on planet Earth, many times it does not feel like we are spirit and we're powerful and empowered, but we are. We can give away our power. We can lower our power. We can lose our light. Like, we can give away our light, which is our power as well. The biofield, you're getting angry, frustrated, grief. I can just imagine what my biofield looked like on Saturday. It's like, I was so good. I did the video, and then I kind of crashed. I did the video for you, and then but I was working through it, and I thought I was doing good, and then man, it just hit me, and so I struggle, state of mind. And very honestly, there is no struggle unless you say there is. So I guess I struggled because there was. And so, but that's the power of being a human, feeling those emotions. And how could you ever know without the contrast? How could you ever know that you don't want to feel that are, what you do want to feel, like to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. And I really don't want to go there. I will go through and move through it, but I want to celebrate Steve's life, and I want to celebrate that he would want me to have immense success in every area of my life, and that means even emotionally. And so I'm going to probably in March. I haven't decided for sure, just because we get snow. Like, that's one of the snowiest months in March. And in this March, we took our last trip together to Tempe, Arizona, not Tempe, Arizona, to Tucson, which some of you went with me on, because I did the videos, and but yet we were heading for a big storm, and so we didn't know whether, and then we had a big storm, so, but we had they come in, they meaning this guy, his name is Russ. He comes and cleans out all the snow, shovels, doesn't shovel. Snow removal is what it is. He has a big old truck that he comes and does that with but anyway, so I'm not exactly sure for March. I want to go in March, but I'm not exactly sure because I don't want to drive on the snow. I am very competent. I'm a competent RV driver. Definitely when with nice weather, but I have not ever tried doing. I did a little bit in the snow, and just that a little bit of slippage is like a big freak for me. So I'm not sure that I want to put myself in that position. Anyway, that's the story, but I think I'm going to be doing that. So I hope that, that is like, do things for yourself that get you scared, like that you want to do, like find your purpose, find what you want to do in life, live fully, and get your self-talk to back you so that you have high self-esteem. That's exactly what got me driving the motorhome in the first place. Like I was driving with Steven when we went to Tucson, and it was just like, and I was like, wow, I'm actually enjoying this. What happened? Self-talk. The self-talk, my self-esteem. I mean, this is the whole thing. It affects, no matter what you're listening to, it starts, the whole foundation is your self-esteem. If we don't have self-esteem, we're always going to be in lack, because we're always going to think lack on planet Earth when we live in a very abundant universe. And if we are in lack because we think we're not good enough, we'll never make enough, there are things we won't ever be able to do, we don't believe in ourselves, then we will always be in lack, and we will always come from behind. And why? Why? You have this one life. There will never be another you, ever, ever. The essence of you will live on. Your astrology chart will live on. Like all of that will live on. But there will never be another you, not on planet Earth. And you're here for this go. Why not change your self-talk? Move into the new year with a new you. Literally, you are changing, rewiring your brain to become someone new that believes in themselves, and that you're thinking of what you can do, and rather than what you aren't able to do. And you're looking at the contrast of saying, that's not what I want this. Because now you have that contrast. I don't want to be like that. I want to be like this. Like, I want to be successful in every single area of my life. I want to be able to thrive and excel in times of change. And I know I can do it. And you can. You watched me do it. And I'm continuing to do it. So now I'm moving into understanding finances, and like, it's all a journey. It's all a journey. So I didn't have the biggest grasp on the finances, and now I get to do that. And I get to create my own financial abundance. I mean, I get to do all of this, and it's very exciting, and it's also a little bit scary. And because I'm moving into the unknown on planet Earth. Yet when I go into my meditations, and I get that it's the love, it's the light, it's the spirit, and the rest, like, no matter what, it's part of the journey. And if I chose it, then it's exactly where I need to be. So I'm good with it. And but I do and I don't like having the little, like, oh, I'm a little bit scared, that trepidation. And then I have something to keep working on with my self-esteem, knowing that I can do it, and I know that I can. And several years ago, I wouldn't be where I am today with my confidence, because I know I have the skills. I know what I need to do and want to do. It's not what I need to do. It's what I want to do. So now it's just planning and figuring it out and putting it all together. And that's what I'll do. And I encourage and invite you to do the same for your life. What is it that you want to do? What do you want most in life? Have the vision, see it. This practice having unlimited vision in anything you see or do. Practice having that unlimited vision. That unlimited vision is you pulling and deciding, pulling from the invisible into the visible and creating what it is you want. It's beautiful and incredibly powerful. You are incredibly powerful. It's amazing. You are, I am, every single person you look at is incredibly powerful. And I'm not talking about worldly powerful. I'm not talking about, a president or a king or queen or any of that. No. Those are earthly things. And they create separation. And I mean, depending on the leadership, right? If the leadership is for everyone and everyone is, and they want to encourage everyone, but mostly it's top down. And then we practice that because we were taught that. And this is judgment, and judgment creates separation. And this planet is a planet of duality, and it truly is our job, each of us, once we understand that, to start. It's not a job. It's like an honor and a privilege to move into the oneness of what we are, into consciousness, and because you'll find many people who don't do that, and they just think it's a dog eat dog world, and I got to get mine. And that's just, you can look at the world that way if that's a choice. Yet that creates separation. And that is coming from a place of material. Anything that you're trying to manifest, you're manifesting from the 0.0001% of what is material, what is the particle. That's what you're creating from, the material. That very, very limited nothing thing that all the rest created. All the rest, the 99.9999%, that created like this house, this shirt, me, you, the fence, the birds, the bird bath, the bird feeder. That created, that 99.9999% created all of that. And you and me are part of that. It's of that consciousness of the whole. And that is, and I'm talking about the 100% now, because even the particle or even the material is still part of the whole. It's all one, and it's all interconnected. And as soon as the more of us that get this, the more beautiful this planet is going to become, and the more loving, the more caring, the more compassionate, the more kind that we are to one another. And wars and all this, like, things will topple, the systems and organizations and things right now. There's a lot of things that are breaking apart. They're just not working anymore, these old systems. And that's because it's time for us to move into our oneness. And it's really powerful, because if nothing else, whether you believe it or not, look into, the quantum field, look into oneness, wholeness. There are many teachers who teach this. Buddha taught it, Jesus taught it, master teachers. You may not believe Jesus is a master teacher. That's my belief. Yet, I mean, whatever you believe, there's nothing outside of you that's going to save you. Absolutely nothing. It's all within. Call it Jesus or God or the light or whatever you want to call that higher power, but that resides within you. That is your power. That is spirit. And that is your every breath that you take, giving you a blessing that you are alive and you are here. Anyway, that's it. That really went a little bit long, but that is for December 22nd. And I have vision. I see life beyond the moment, beyond the day, and into a future of endless possibilities, because every day I practice having unlimited vision in anything I think or do. I am literally creating an unlimited future in front of me. It's unfolding. It's always unfolding. I love you so very, very much. You can do, be, have, create, change, become absolutely anything that you want. I believe in you. You can do this. You can find your purpose. You were born with unlimited promise and potential, and it is still there. And through the power of neuroplasticity, your own brain, you can change the programs that have been holding you back and stopping you from living the life you really want to live. And I promise you, it's true. It's scientific. It's science. Neuroplasticity, look it up. Look up quantum physics, quantum mechanics. Look into that. Look into the particle and the wave, and just see where you lean. If you're scientific, if you're more spiritual, if you're both, like I am. I mean, I like to have the human, the Virgo in me. It's doing the understanding, having some understanding of it. I believe I have immense faith. Absolutely, my beliefs are so strong. Yet it is nice just to have the science as well, even if I would believe it even without the science, just because I've seen enough happen in my own life. So that's it. Yes, I love you so very, very much. And we'll be back for December 23rd. I might look the very same, or maybe not, because it's a little bit chilly out here. My hands are a little bit red. But we're going to be talking about your choices and the best self-talk for finding your purpose. That's what we're going to talk about for the December 23rd. See you in a minute. Ciao.